The confirmation hearing for Supreme Court nominee Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson began today. Members of the Senate Judiciary Committee gave opening statements. Republicans are expected to question Judge Brown Jackson about her work as a public defender. The judge she once clerked for, who is from Rhode Island, tells 12 News he thinks she'll be able to hold her own under pressure. 12 News reporter Anita Buffoni joins us now with what Brown Jackson's former employer had to say. Anita?
Well, Mike, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson will likely receive sharp questions from Republicans about her work as a public defender when she represented Guantanamo Bay detainees. But U.S. Court of Appeals Judge and Rhode Islander Bruce Selya believes it's that diversity of thought that is an important trait for the Supreme Court.
Thank you for this historic chance to join the highest court.
It's the first day of the confirmation hearing for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, the Harvard law grad, also a former law clerk for a prominent Rhode Islander. She is expected to get questioned for the next 3 days by the Senate Judiciary Committee. Among those members is Rhode Island's U.S. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse.
In Rhode Island, we love that before you clerked for Justice Stephen Breyer, you clerked for Rhode Islander Bruce Selya on the First Circuit.
She was intelligent, reliable, got the big picture.
If confirmed, Jackson will become the first black woman to sit on the nation's highest court.
I think it's good for the court to look like America's.
U.S. Court of Appeals Judge and Rhode Islander Bruce Selya gave Jackson a job as a law clerk right out of law school. Her work as a public defender is one reason Judge Selya believes will make her a good SCOTUS pick.
I think it's important in that sort of collective process that you have a diversity of thought and a diversity of background.
Selya, a Ronald Reagan appointee, says Jackson will likely get a fair share of attacks during questioning, but he believes she'll be able to hold up well based on her character and demeanor. Now, Jackson, if confirmed, will replace the SCOTUS seat for the man that she once clerked for, Justice Stephen Breyer, who's retiring after nearly 30 years on the bench. The Senate committee is expected to start questioning tomorrow. In the newsroom, I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.
Looking ahead, the confirmation hearing for Supreme Court nominee Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson continues tomorrow. She's expected to get sharp questions from Republicans, some about her past work as a public defender.
12 News reporter Anita Buffoni wraps up today's opening statements and also spoke to a federal judge from Rhode Island, Judge Jackson once clerked for. Anita?
Well, Shannon and Mike, there were a lot of congratulatory remarks from senators today during the confirmation hearing. Tomorrow is when the hard questions begin. Republicans likely to ask about her past clients she represented, but her former boss and Ronald Reagan appointee thinks she will hold up well under pressure.
So help you God.
I do. It's the first of a 4-day confirmation hearing for Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson. She received a lot of praise from Democrats, including Rhode Island's U.S. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse. Whitehouse recalling Jackson's first job out of law school, clerking for U.S. Court of Appeals Judge and Rhode Islander Bruce Selya.
Judge Selya was nominated by Ronald Reagan. He is well regarded by bench and bar, and he thinks the world of Judge Jackson.
I think I know her record and her character very well, and I don't think there's anything that gives a basis for a legitimate attack.
Jackson, a Harvard law grad, once worked as a public defender. Republicans are expected to criticize her work representing Guantanamo Bay detainees.
That's just the lawyer doing their job, particularly working as a public defender. You don't have any choice in who you represent.
Jackson recognizing Selya in her opening statements, thanking him and her other mentors.
I have dedicated my career to ensuring that the words engraved on the front of the Supreme Court building, equal justice under law, are a reality and not just an ideal.
Now, if confirmed, Jackson will replace the man she once clerked for, Justice Stephen Breyer, who is retiring after nearly 30 years. She would become the first black woman to serve on the nation's highest court. I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.